even if you don't like what the person is doing, you cannot talk about it. Because you are afraid that when you talk about it, that person will either leave you or the person will beat you. So the thing, you don't like it, but you pretend you like it. So the thing does not become original, it becomes fake. And a lot of people are in relationship and they are faking it and they are not original. So the relationship is cosmetic. Meanwhile, relationship is supposed to be natural. You see, in relationship, you should be natural with one another. You should flow with one another without fear. Your vulnerabilities, your challenges, your fears, your hopes, your joy should be there without you being scared of what a person will think of you. But however, what do we find now in relationship? People are not real. So it's very important to know. So in relationship, people are looking for attention. They are looking for care. They want to feel free in the environment where they find themselves. So that when I speak, you will not have problem with it. Amen. But now, those of you who are courting, those of you who are going into marriage, into relationship, you know, when your fiancé is visiting you at home, and he tells you, I'm coming, there is a way you will dress and wait for him. And if he has to enter your room, there is a way you prepare the room. So when he enters the room, you see this flower, the teddy bear, and all those things. Then you spray the whole room. Then you go and wear something nice and put some flower at a vantage point. When you hear kokoko, then you walk majestically. Then you open the door with some smile and they say, hello, you are welcome. Especially if you have just met the guy and you are feeling for the guy. And you know that Charlie, this guy or your jet. And he tells you he's coming to visit you. That day, even if you're at work, you rush home early. Then you are so what will he eat? Even your whole day, it's like you can't even concentrate. So your mind is blowing, and then you hear the knock and the person enters. The way you will receive the person, oh hello, oh how is your day, and all those things. The person sits and the person feels at home. He said, what will you eat? What will you drink? I have this, drink that. Sometimes you don't even have the money, you go and borrow. Because you want to make the show for the guy to know that Charlie, you day. Maybe your last. Then this guy eats and this guy goes, and when he's going, he says, oh, you see, they say, I love you. He says, me too, I love you. Then he goes. Meanwhile, you know that you were not original. You faked it. Then one day, this guy decides to visit you without informing you. Maybe you are the type who doesn't even dress her room at all. When you are walking at home, you just wear anything. Then this guy just bumps into you. And the guy sees your original self and begins thinking, is it the lady I want to marry? A virtuous wife who can find. There are some of us, you are in pain, you can't express it, and you imagine everything, you pretend everything is all right. So when you even need it, you can't say it. And you want a person to think through for you. It can't be like that. In relationship, you should be open. Bible says, and the man and the woman were naked and they were not ashamed. You cannot enter into relationship when you are not naked. I'm not saying naked, go and remove your dress and be walking there. That's not naked. I'm talking about nakedness as in terms of communication. Being plain and being frank. Be yourself and don't be artificial. Amen. So if you are thinking of relationship, you have to be yourself. Don't be artificial. If you are feeling pain, if you are emotionally stressed, if something is happening, communicate it. Say it. That does not mean say, hey, what say? No. There's nothing like that. Are you there with me? This is how you are feeling. Communicate it. This is how you are thinking about the issues. Communicate it. When you create a relationship environment where people can be free to communicate, you are able to know the problems and solve it better. But where the freedom of communication is not, people try to hide the real things, and at the end of the day, create problems. So the Bible is asking, it said, a virtuous wife who can find, a virtuous man who can find. Let me answer your question. The man you are working with, how true or how plain and how truthful is he? The lady, how truthful is she? Can you really bet or count on? And so now it becomes like a mouse and a cat game. Amen. The guy knows the time the lady will come around, so you go and play his games. The lady also knows the time the guy will come around. The guy also knows the time the lady will come around, and so they all try to play it fast. Amen. So then we play it fast, we clean our mouth, and then we come like a hen. They say, oh, hello. When he appears, oh, hello, darling. When the call comes, he said, please, hold on, I'm coming. Yes, you said a meeting is when? When are we going to have the meeting? Excuse me. When are we going to? Meanwhile, you know it's not a meeting matter you are talking about. A lady has called you. Now you said it's meeting time. He said, oh, you tell the manager that tomorrow I'll meet him at 6 o'clock. He knows that it's not manager, it is a woman. Then the lady today called, he said, oh, hello. If it's Johnny, we say, hello, Beatrice. Beatrice, how are you? Oh, Beatrice, it's a long time. And so the guy will be on the line. I'm not Beatrice, I'm Johnny. He said, oh, yeah, Beatrice. Oh, okay. Your friend is in there. Oh, excuse me. Beatrice. Then say, please. Call me. Who are you hiding from? Where is the truth and the sincerity in what you are calling as a relationship? Amen. Where is the truth? So now we have entered into marriage, and marriages are bringing problems because during courtship or during the relationship time, the people did not get to know themselves as who they are. They have their own perception and agenda of themselves. So they entered into it with that mind, and now they are facing the reality. The guy gets angry, and you know he's angry and he's fuming. He's shaking all over. Say, hey, this is not the man I wanted to marry. This is not the man you wanted to marry. When he was pretending, when he's angry and he said, why are you angry? He said, oh, I'm fine. Then when he put your hand on his head, he said, you see, anytime you touch me, then I feel relaxed. Obwa? Now you enter into the marriage and you put something here, and he comes screaming and shouting. Say, hey, I'm afraid. Is that how you are? Is that how he is? And I have told you before that in marriage, the thing blow up, but in relationship it is narrowed. That is why you don't have over expectations before entering into marriage. A lot of people they are shocked because they have over expectation of the marriage. So they get into the marriage, they think the marriage is a paradise. In that marriage, because during the marriage courtship time, they buy you chocolate, they buy you Fanta, they take you everywhere, they put you on horseback, you ride, and you are just you are happy. Sometimes they will sing song for you. Every knock they are coming, they are bringing rose flower. And then you are happy. Valentine's Day, they will show you some kind of big time love. You look at the love, and then your head will become big. You go to the office and be telling your friends. Then on top you receive a promise ring. Then when you receive a promise ring, you know when you are wearing a promise ring and you are wearing, the people work differently. Because he wants you to know that she is to she day. And then when he's working, she's working this way. Hello, Julie. Julie, how are you? Their fingers will be thrown in the air. And then you ask, oh, hey, this your ring is nice. So he said, oh, you don't know. You really don't know. You know, he said, what is it? He said, some letters. He said, Charlie, sit down, make her blow you. I got this catch. He said, hey, look, the ring is expensive. Charlie, guy, no, Oshedo. You are going to think of the dough. So when you start not getting the dough, then you have a problem. Because that is what drove you into the marriage, into the relationship, because of the cash you are going to get. But you don't go into it because of the cash you are going to get. You go into it because you want to relate with the person, to have fellowship, to move together, to express your feelings together, to feel for one another. You have pain, you express your pains together. You have joy, you express your joy together. You have challenges, you express your challenges together. You have need, you express your needs together. You have lack, you express your lack together. You have your fears, you express your fears together. You encourage one another and be there for one another. That is what it means. Who can find? And he says that for her wealth is far above rubies. Which means that if you find a virtuous wife or a virtuous husband, my God, you will go to sleep. That person is a real person. He does not pretend in relationship and pretend in marriage. The way he is in relationship, the same way he is in marriage. And in fact, he seeks to improve on himself or herself daily to make sure that the relationship goes on. Because every relationship grows. It's not static. Amen. It's not static. That's why you need to seek information every day to spice your life. To spice